Hey, welcome to Megabonk. I go by Manta. Yeah, we're gonna be playing with the Fox today. On Forest T3. Now we're gonna be going for eliminations. And mainly with this kind of build. The Fox is actually really good at eliminating enemies right off the bat. He's got like the range Firestaff, which is really good. A lot of different characters are kind of a little bit more difficult to get eliminations right off the bat. Okay, we'll take the extra jump there. It's really important to kind of go for the lamps right at the beginning. And I'm not gonna lie, this run kind of took a while. Especially if you're going for eliminations, like total eliminations, for like a record, personal best or something, or even character leaderboards when those are actually out. Max HP there, and projectile count for the Chaos Tome there. It's really good, but you pretty much right off the bat want to go for getting as many lamps as you can. Nice, you got blood magic there. As soon as possible, you want to pretty much focus on getting. So we got a key and a boss curse shrine. That's really good. Every boss curse shrine is pretty much like a additional lamp. Or not an additional lamp, an additional chest, I mean. And you really want as many chests as possible right at the beginning. So you kind of don't want to put off buying chests up until later. Okay, silver gain is not really useful at all, so we'll just go with damage there. Damage is actually a really good pull, even if it's just green. We got the golden glove there. It's great for getting additional coins. Obviously 15% more gold coins, so over the course of the entire run, it's a lot more chests that you'll be getting. We got the Aegis there, another boss curse shrine. Definitely want to grab every single difficulty adjustment around the map, especially when going for something like total eliminations throughout the entire run. So you can see it's a really fast-paced kind of run right at the beginning. You really want to be collecting everything that you can get as soon as you can get to it. Movement is really important. I do have a video on the channel on how to get or how to actually perform really good movement. So crit chance for that Chaos Tome. We got an XP watch there, so we'll get more XP. Okay, and yeah, just pretty much you really want to focus on getting as many lamps as possible on the way through every single shrine. I'm sure you've played this game before and you know how it goes, so with this kind of run, just go as fast as you can. Try to maximize projectiles through weapon upgrades. Okay, size is also good. There's not many size upgrades that we'll be getting, so size from any sort of shrines is really good. I would do likely damage over size. Things that'll also help you heal are also typically really good. See, we had the triple stone golems there, so they took the additional boss curse shrines. Getting double jumps is also pretty important, especially if you're near the swarms. The first swarm shouldn't be too big of an issue, especially if you've got a couple more weapons there. We actually maxed out to all 4 of the weapons there, so we shouldn't be getting random weapon pulls anymore. I like the Executioner. It pretty much performs the executions. That's its like ability, so it has a chance to execute the enemies, which pretty much will just one tap them. And it's really good. Nice, we got a blue backpack there. It's really good additional projectile as well. More damage. Oh, this run is actually really good so far. Purple hat, okay. Wrench is really good. Slurp gloves though, we might need to help us survive a little bit longer. Got the Luck Tome there. I believe we're just missing the Curse Tome. That's the last one. Got the Swarm incoming, so you kind of want to be in an area where you're not going to have too much difficulty fighting the enemies. Got purple XP upgrade there. Mirror is good, but Wrench, I think we'll take that because the sooner you get those, the more and higher level your, not tier, but higher the rewards will be from every single shrine that you do get, and the sooner you get those, the higher the rewards will be. Okay, let's see what we got there. Take the blue XP tome. Got a free chest, another key. Keys are really, really good, especially the sooner you get them. Especially since we're going to be buying chests right away throughout the entire T1 area. Slutty Cannon, nice. Slutty Cannon's a good one to get. It would have been a little bit nicer for the Swarm, but we definitely got more than enough firepower to survive all these enemies. Another projectile for the Executioner. We're still trying to fill out the last tome there. The Curse Tome, which will increase difficulty. Especially since we're going for eliminations. The more difficulty we get, and the sooner we get it, the better. Another Golden Glove, that's really good. Blue Luck Tome, nice, another backpack. Yeah, you want to pretty much increase luck as much as you can, as soon as you can get it. Pretty much makes all the chests. Give you some better loot. In the beginning, I probably wouldn't really focus too much on the weapons. You really just have to get all 4 of the weapons and save the weapon upgrades more for what's the word I'm looking for here? Save the nice, we got the anvil here. That's kind of crazy. So save the weapon upgrades mainly for quantity. And now with the anvil, I think it's less tome upgrades and more weapon upgrades. So this run is pretty much perfect so far, especially for tier 1. Typically for me, as I've explained in previous rounds, is XP tomes are kind of like a skip. Eventually the XP tome won't really matter, especially on the really kind of late game, since you'll max out every single weapon and every single tome. And then XP tome really doesn't make much of a difference other than passive level up upgrades for the different characters. Okay, so we're microwaving the keys. If you find a microwave in T1, definitely microwave keys if you've got those. So it unfortunately took our wrench there for the microwave, but now we got 6 keys, and each chest is only 366, so 10% chance of getting free chests every single time we try to open them because of the keys per key. So 6 keys times 10%. 10 keys doesn't necessarily mean that you get every single chest for free though. Okay, another difficulty increase. You want to take as many of those as possible. The sooner you get those, the more XP you'll have dropped on the ground, just because there's more enemies that'll spawn throughout. Another backpack is crazy good. Is that our 3rd backpack already? Luck increase. You definitely want to disable any items that will prevent you from getting kind of like the best items. So I have mainly most of the greens disabled, other than the keys, the cursed doll, and I think there's one more green that I have on there. Not really sure I remember right now, but pretty much want to disable everything and anything. I think you can have only 2 rows worth of items. Nice red XP upgrade there. 2 rows worth of items, so whenever this bottom row gets filled up, just double that. And then after that, you just get repeat items. So it doesn't really benefit you to have every single thing selected. You kind of want to tailor your run based on the maximum amount of items that you're going to be able to get. The red luck upgrade there is really good. Obviously, the higher luck, the higher rarity your items are going to be. Double difficulty adjustment there. Nicer credit card. It's really good. I think that's the luck credit card. So every single chest we open, we get 2.5% additional luck. You get that early on. That's really good. Okay, we're at that second boss stage. XP shards are really good with the XP level ups. Like the Tome level ups, it's other luck increase. Okay, we'll go with that demonic blade. We don't really have anything to heal us. Time bracelets, nice. That's 8% additional XP. We got a gold blood magic upgrade. We're doing the blood magic because it does passively increase the max amount of health that you have. And throughout the entire run, that could be like 1,000 plus additional health that you do get from just using that weapon. It does hit the enemies from farther away, but it isn't the strongest, I'd say, weapon. We got a soul harvester here. That's not the best one. Sometimes for builds when you really don't have enough quantity or you're doing enough damage, that can really save you. Might be able, or it might make us last a little bit longer in the final swarm. But since we did get that, we should be able to eliminate the bosses in maybe like 30 seconds less than normal. So maybe around like 40 seconds I would have started the boss fight. But now the bosses are going to be easier to eliminate when the final swarm comes. So it isn't something necessary for this build, definitely, but it will help us out in the long run. Got stonks there. Another difficulty increase. Just for more gold. I just need to open up as many of these chests as possible. Moldy cheese, that's good. Another key. And difficulty increase, okay. Cards, so damage increase every time we open up a chest. Would like another chest before pushing that final boss, but it's okay. A slutty cannon, I think, would have been more than enough to help us stay alive during the final swarm, actually. But as soon as these ghosts start spawning with that soul harvester, we'll be able to eliminate the bosses here really easily. But a lot of people are kind of assume you really need a soul harvester, but it really depends on what character you're building. Having kind of the Firestaff as the starting weapon really makes this build overpowered. A lot of the different characters can be super hard to get eliminations from, so you can see we're getting a whole bunch of reds now because we got our luck up. So I would take pretty much luck over almost anything other than Chaos Tome, depending on what situation you're in. So if you're in the final swarm, maybe go for luck over chaos. But it's really depends on how you want to kind of go about it. So here we got all greens. We have no more refreshes as well, so even taking green luck upgrades is okay, but I would try putting those off until blue or higher at least. We had a magnet here that we saved from earlier, because it was close to the boss shrine. It can be kind of difficult to collect XP from the ghost swarm enemies. Another luck increase. Got about a minute, 3.3k. I think we should be able to stay here for at least another 30 seconds. These ghosts are helping us out right now. We'd probably be getting hit quite a bit without them, but it'll only maybe help us stay here for another 30 seconds. Additional to what we would have normally been able to do. Once you see the Aegis kind of going down too much, you might want to teleport, depending on how long you're staying here. Sometimes if you get to that point where enemies can actually one-hit you, especially at 200 health. Okay, we got XP gain from that Chaos Tome. Going through the portal to the next stage, the more luck you have, I think the higher loot tier you'll have from the salesman NPCs that'll like sell you items. And pretty much want to increase your luck as much as possible before going through. You also want to stay here to collect as much gold for additional chests, see if they drop any more chests, and obviously to grab a little bit more XP. But you can see our health was going down there, so we got a big bonk hammer, which is really good. Got a good amount of luck increases. What is that, 5 clovers? That's 7.5% each. Oh, we got a bunch of luck upgrades that were in the red already. We're at level 11 luck tome, and we got some lucks from the different shrines as well. Okay, lifesteal and crit chance are both good. Jump height might help us out to get to the different heights better. So you can see there, if we took that jump height, we would have been able to reach this next kind of like I guess tier or height of the floor. So you could probably jump up a different height, but would definitely benefit us to get another jump. I'm sure eventually with the Chaos Tome we'll get more. Nice gold projectile increase there. It's really good. We got another chest. Gold gain is really good. Power up multiplier you'll eventually get over time, but the more gold gain and the earlier you get it, obviously the more gold you'll end up with. 4.8k elims. Usually at that starting area, you probably won't achieve too many eliminations. Another luck increase, 6%. Oh. Okay. XP gain is great. Crit damage is also really good, but we took that XP gain because it's higher rarity. You do want to collect every single lamp around the map. If we're able to survive this final swarm for at least 4 or 5 minutes, we should be able to pretty much get every single lamp that's readily accessible to us. Another difficulty adjustment here. Another soul harvester. Don't think it's really needed. Would have taken anything else. Honestly, sucky magnet is probably the best thing we could have gotten here, just to help us pretty much get to XP as much as we can throughout the entire run. It'll just level us up quite a bit more, but sometimes getting that a little bit too soon will give you level ups at lower tiers, since your luck might be a little lower. Is that a second big bonk hammer? Another credit card red, so that's the blue tier credit card. I think a rare tier credit card. So now we got 2 of those, so every time we open up a chest, that's damage increase by 5%, which is good. See, oh, we got another microwave. Microwave some keys. It's 5k per key, so we're at 8 right now. That's the 9th one. We'll grab a 10th one. And we'll do the 11th one, 500. So, okay, we've got the swarm. Not too worried about it since we do have the soul harvester. Another difficulty adjustment, sweet. Red executioner upgrade. Power up drop chance is really good. Lifesteal could definitely benefit if you do get that cleaver. I believe that the cleaver, the gold cleaver item. Every time you do lifesteal, it potentially does blood mark onto the enemies. So if I get all greens and there's XP, I'll take that. Also, Aegis for me is kind of like a skip at a certain point. I'll take, like, if it's 1 blue and 2 greens, and the blue isn't XP, then I'll take the Aegis if there's no XP on the from the choices. So this magnets, you can see getting quite a few upgrades, and a bunch of them are high tier red pretty much most of the time, and that's because we have the luck tome. Luck tome is really important for every run, unless you're really going off RNG, but then at that point you're really relying on items and shrines to kind of bring up your luck, which can be difficult. Another difficulty increase. Lamps are really important. At this point, I think we're probably getting around 600 to 800 gold for every single gold lamp that we get. The bigger ones obviously give you a little bit more gold, and just getting a few lamps can pretty much mean that you get an entirely free chest. And every time you open up a chest, if you have the cards, it's either more luck or more damage. We do have both. So we get 2.5% or 2% additional luck every time we open up a chest, and 7.5% additional damage on every single chest. So especially with the cards, if you have those, getting as many chests is really important. Every single chest just increases damage and luck, and throughout the entire run, the sooner you get those, the higher tier your upgrades are going to be, and the more enemies you'll be able to eliminate right away. So crit damage and XP gain are both really good since we do have the XP gain tome. We're going to go with crit damage. Boss curse run. It's good. We got a free chest here. Twins mask, so thorns have a chance to explode. Don't know if we have any thorns so far, but I'm sure over time with the Chaos Tome we'll definitely receive some. And we do have the Aegis, which kind of works with the thorns, so the thorns will nicely hit the sucky magnet. Pretty good time to get that, I'd say. We got a good amount of luck to get really good upgrades. Red blood magic there. Green XP gain. We'll take those. So at this point we are getting reds fairly frequently. Another key, so we have 12 keys. You'll be able to see that we still have to pay for the chest, even though each key is 10% chance of getting a chest for free. I don't think it's additive, it's somehow multiplicative. Not too sure the math behind that, but not every chest will be free. You got the scarf here. Scarves are really good. They were buffed most recently, so I think they stack better now. And they are 50% damage increase when you're in there instead of 33. Another demonic blade there, some more chance of healing. This is the swarm that will likely give people issues, especially if you don't have too much damage. So you can see we actually filled out the bottom row, so I'll count it and I'll let you know how many items there are total. So counted 24, so I think 28 total items is the max that you can have. So before every single run, you want to pretty much decide what items you want for that entire run by disabling everything that you don't need specifically, and leave the 28 items that you want for the run to happen. Obviously there's items that you can't disable, and there's probably 28 of them or more, so pretty much disable everything and enable only a few items. Projectile increase there. Wrench and crit chance is really good. Wrench a little bit down the line isn't too good. And for crit chance, you kind of want to check how much crit chance you currently have. So right now we're at 34% crit chance, and we were 24% before we got that crit chance increase. Another damage increase, 10% there. 10k ULIMs right now. So we are getting a lot of reds, so pretty much I'll try to skip almost every single time. We do have non-reds, even for purples. So if it's all purples, I'd probably go with XP or the Aegis, because those for me are kind of like skips. The XP you get 99 level ups, and the Aegis, as any other weapon, you get only 40. See how much damage we're actually doing. Got some Shroud, Feathers, and let's see what we get. Nice damage increase for that Chaos Tome. 28% damage increase is really nice. I'll grab every single one of these magnet shrines as soon as we see them, just to clear them off the map, so don't have to come back when we go around the mini-map. We're looking for different items, especially since we have the sucky magnets. Typically you want to just save those up until later down the line. We got another boss curse shrine. Gold gain is really good. The boss curse shrines. What was that noise? Boss curse shrines. That's how we enabled the bush here. So the bush you really want to be careful with. They can kind of stack up on you, and if you don't have enough jumps or speed to get away from them, they can really pile up on you. It really does help that we do have the soul harvester for eliminating him. You get that free chest from him. Clear this shrine before going for him. You do have to eliminate 3 bosses, but that bush will typically have more health than the final boss as well. And you can see how quickly we were able to eliminate him. So nice spicy meatball. 25% chance to explode to deal 65% damage to nearby enemies. So kind of nice for when you're eliminating another scarf, when you're eliminating the ghost for the final swarm. It'll help eliminate more enemies at once if you don't have enough projectiles. Okay, we do have another shrine here. Kind of saving off these bosses. We should have more than enough damage to eliminate them, even in the final swarm, because we do have that soul harvester. Spiky shield, so that gives us thorns, which is really nice for that Quinn's mask. Feathers are good, especially for jumping higher, but they can result in you getting launched a lot further back by different enemies. Okay, you can see how much damage we're actually doing. Blood cleaver is really good. So So now the more lifesteal we gain, the more blood mark we'll get. Echo Shard, more XP drops, which is really good. Around 12k elims at the start of this. We're still gonna keep going around, trying to get as many items as we can. Another bloody cleaver. At around that 1 minute 20 mark on stage 1, we were kind of having issues. But now we really need to level up our weapons as much as possible. Slurp gloves are really good. They stack with that bloody cleaver. Duration doesn't really help us from that chaos tome. Grandma Secret Tonic is really good. Crits have a chance to explode, so all the different explosions will help you eliminate more enemies on those final swarms. When you do start having enough projectiles, that's all the projectiles kind of instantly eradicate those enemies as soon as they spawn. Any sort of explosions, if you don't have enough quantity to eliminate every single enemy, will definitely help you out. Beefy rings, so 20% increased damage. Our chests are 7.8k now. We really do want to kind of focus on increasing our weapons. Aegis upgrades are very nice too, especially if we get caught up and we don't have any sort of revives. There's that gold revive item that you can get, and that can kind of give you the confidence to stay here as long as possible. So we're pretty much just going around the map now, trying to get as many chests. Obviously the ghosts will drop some chests from the elites sometimes, so you do want sometimes getting those increased elite spawns. Those will help you out. Because the elites will obviously drop more chests, and the more elites you have, it can be a little bit more difficult to eliminate though. But the more chests we have, the more luck, the more damage, and the more items, obviously. Crit chance and difficulty for those chaos tomes, 48% difficulty increase. That chaos tome, which is really good. That's why we kind of want to get reds for chaos tome mainly. Maybe golds, but I wouldn't probably take purples for that. You do want to save that as much as possible. Difficulty adjustments, like with the curse shrine, would probably be good to start getting now, but you do also want to keep those to reds or golds exclusively. Crit damage increase by 38%, that's good. Another scarf, so we got 3 scarves. It's a 1.5x damage increase from having 3 of those whenever we're in the air. Another Grandma Secret Tonic. 10k per chest now. Elite spawn increase from that Chaos Tome. Lifesteal is also good with that bloody cleaver, since we did get that. And now we kind of have to be on our toes here. The enemies can get a little bit more difficult at around this 2-minute mark. 50% damage increase on Chaos Tome is insanely good. We should be able to last until 3 minutes minimum now. Just need to really get our weapons upgraded as much as possible and get some good Chaos Tome pulls, damage, crit chance, crit damage, damage to elites. All of that will definitely help us. Attack speed. Elite spawn increased by 50%, so more chances of getting chest drops from enemies. Another gold drop. You can see we're actually getting hit here. We do need to increase our quantity more so that the blood magic is actually able to eliminate the enemies faster. This is why I like the Executioner. With the size increases that we do get from the Chaos Tome. Any enemies that we don't actually eliminate with the blood magic will get eliminated with the Executioner. Pick up range, movement speed, projectile speed. They're all okay. Movement speed is probably one of the better ones. Thunder Mist, that's our first one. Anytime we don't get duplicates is really good. Pretty much want to max out all 28 items. And then get duplicates. Obviously any golds or high rarities are typically better than getting greens. And the more luck you have, the higher likelihood that you're going to get higher rarity items filled up inside of that 28 item limit. Gold gain and duration. Doing pretty good, but we are getting these elites that'll hit us sometimes here. I would like that revive item. That would really benefit us here. Just to be able to stay alive as long as possible with the Cursed Tome. It's kind of sometimes difficult to gauge how long you're actually able to last. Chaos Tome 2 will give you some crazy difficulty increases. Jump height, and silver gain. Definitely take the jump height whenever we can. Another difficulty adjustment here on the map. Need to grab that. Extra jumps there, 2.4 from the Chaos Tome. That's good. Really need to start maxing out the weapons. I do really want to keep the weapon upgrades to reds, so I'll take reds whenever I get them. And then once the weapons are pretty much maxed out, then we can really take every curse adjustment. Curse Tome upgrade, I mean. Lucks, I would try not to grab greens. Even blues aren't good for luck. Eventually, on the last stage, every chest that we open, we want to keep to pretty much just golds. Cursed grabbies are really good. Increase the difficulty. And since we're going for eliminations, it kind of is really important to have as much curse as possible, or as much difficulty as possible, but it's more of a focus down the line than it is something that we focus on like right away now. The sucky, excuse me, the sucky magnet really does help out. This is a really good run so far. I kind of don't want to risk it since we don't have the Zuwardo revive item. Silver gain and extra jumps 3.8. Well, okay, so we do have enough jumps to kind of keep us in the air for a while and help us escape if we do get trapped by these enemies, but I'm kind of getting worried. I think we'll banish that sucky magnet. We really only need one, and we don't want to get any more gold pulls that are sucky magnets, so if you have one, definitely eliminate that. Joe's dagger is really good with the Executioner. So the Executioner has a chance to eliminate, or what's it called, executes the enemies. Every time it eliminates or hits an enemy. And with the Joe's dagger, every execution has a chance to increase your damage. So it's really good for this kind of stage. Elite spawn increase for that Chaos Tome, 57% increase on damage with that other Chaos Tome. We did max out the Executioner, and we do have 2 more levels left for the Blood Magic. We want to keep those last 2 levels of the Blood Magic to be red. Okay, we got a free chest. At about 35k elims, 4 minutes. I think we're probably going to see the most difficulty at around the 6-minute mark when those purple ghosts spawn. They are so much more difficult to actually eliminate. Normally I'd use that microwave. I think that's what the second one we got. To get more keys, but right now we've got 12 keys. So I don't really think it benefits us too much. Damage increase 48% for Chaos Tome is a really good pull. And we did max out the Blood Magic already. Do want max weapons by that 6-minute mark. Extra jumps 3.8, wow. Now our goal pretty much is just to get every single lamp around the map so that we maximize our gold to be able to purchase as many chests as we can here to help us last as long as possible. I would like obviously the revive, but also the ice cube definitely helps with really fast enemies from the final swarm. So that 6-minute mark, if we do get that ice cube, it can help kind of get away from enemies that are hugging you way too much. They can really deplete your Aegis super fast. Okay, we're getting close with that Aegis, so we'll definitely focus on only reds. For those upgrades, normally it's like a skip, but now it's XP is mainly the skip that I'm choosing. We do have a couple paid skips as well, but we'll leave those off in case we do get some terrible pulls like just all greens or something. Crit chance increase is good, but we are getting a little bit too many greens. Eventually we'll start getting really high rarity items with how much luck we have built up so far. We're almost at 1000% luck just from the luck tome. Okay, we got one more level for the Aegis. Quinn's Mask, what is that, a 3rd one now? Not too good, and we're approaching that 6-minute mark. Still don't have a revive, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll probably see a lot less green and blue items. But even those are fairly good, so getting those kind of early on isn't a bad thing. It can increase your crit chances, damage, just pretty much everything, like gold gain, etc. Those are going to be a lot rare later down the line, so even pulling greens and blue items is not a bad thing from the chest, because they're going to be a lot more rare down the line. and mainly all the golds will just increase your damage. Maybe the revives as well, but another really good one to get a gold item would be a lamp. The lamps are, I feel like, really rare to get, but it doubles the chance that all your items will be able to hit or like apply their effects. So say like the mega crits and the fork, those will now have a double the chance of applying. We are nearing our XP tome maximum. Those still are kind of like our skips, but we did just max that. Armor, luck, power up, drop chance increases from the Chaos Tome. We got a free chest here. We did max our luck tome as well. Power gloves, it's the unique as well. It's really good. Any sort of uniques that you do get are really good. And the more unique golds you get, the more you'll have in that 28 total item count. So more of those that will stack. Silver gain for the Chaos Tome, and we got another scarf there. Nice overpowered lamp. That's good. We're almost at that 6-minute mark. Lamp is really good to get, but like I said, we're still looking for the survive. I think we should be able to last like till 7 minutes minimum. I really need to gauge how the enemies will do. Gold gain, extra jump, max HP, evasion, power up multiplier, and I missed one size as well there. Slurp gloves are great. Help us survive longer. Chunk plate will also be very beneficial. You can see these purple enemies are actually hitting us now. Chunk plate would help us survive a lot more. Attack speed is really good. Chunk plate, let's go. Kind of gives me a little bit more confidence that we won't get one hit by the enemies. And it gives us more lifesteal, which kind of combines with that bloody cleaver to give us blood mark. Speed gain, projectile count. Projectile count is really important. We got 4.8 there from that upgrade. More slurp gloves, really good. Difficulty increase. It's good for getting additional eliminations. Really do need to see a revive soon, or else we're gonna have to go start hugging that portal. I don't want to have so many elites, elite ghosts spawning around me that I'm unable to pretty much get to that portal. So now we take the higher rarity. The cursed is lower, so if we do get two of the same rarities that are not red, so I'm mainly looking for reds for the Chaos Tome. So say we get 2 golds, I'll probably take the gold Cursed Tome. Crit damage there from the Chaos Tome. I'll probably take the gold Cursed Tome. Additional projectile is good. Like right here, we have 2 golds. We'll take the Cursed Tome because it is lower level, and we are looking mainly for red Chaos Tome increases. Not finding kind of any more lamps around here. Alright, hopefully this is a revive. Okay, we maxed out our Cursed Tome there. Still have a couple skips, so we'll take I think any sort of blues that we get for the skips. Like here, we skip that. Greens are terrible to get for the skips, or for the pulls, so got a crit chance increase there from the Chaos Tome. We did get the revive, kind of just passed up by it, but I just noticed. Got the revive finally, so we got the chunk plate as well. Doubled up on that. So that's even more lifesteal. More power gloves. I like the power gloves because they kind of push the enemies away from you. So if those do activate and you're getting swarmed by the enemies, it can cause them to kind of get launched in the opposite direction. Which prevents you from kind of getting locked into a certain area sometimes. Like if you get cornered, they can definitely help you get out. Got another fork, so more chances of mega crits are really good. More Joe's daggers I think would benefit us here for increased damage. And maybe another overpowered lamp, so we're at 173k elims. Now we're getting around every spawn, maybe 50 eliminations. We're not eliminating them right away, which is not good. So we do have to worry kind of a little bit here, but since we do have the revive, I think we're okay. We just kind of need to maximize the amount of gold that we get now. Just get as many eliminations as we can. Trying to get to that lamp here. Oh, yeah, it's even hard to get to the floor. We can get trapped here by trying to get this, so it's kind of really risky to go for. We'll try to go for it anyway, I guess. We're at that point where we're not really increasing our eliminations by a crazy amount. Okay, we still have a couple more lamps. Definitely need to grab these as much as possible. I'm not finding too many chests here. Got a nuke. Definitely helps us out a little bit. 80k elims. Apparently this 9-minute mark is kind of difficult. Even if they drop a chest, I think we'll have kind of difficulty getting to it. You can see our eliminations are really starting to dwindle slowly. We are putting kind of distance between ourselves and the enemies. We still are executing these big kind of ghosts that are hugging us. That's why it's really nice to have that executioner. When you start getting hugged by these enemies and you don't have anything to slow them down, the executioner can pretty much execute them no matter how much health they have. It doesn't do an insane amount of damage, but what it does do is the execution, so eventually over time the ghost will have so much HP that you definitely will not be able to eliminate them with your like standard weapons, and executions are pretty much the only thing you can really rely on to kind of eliminate them. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Yeah, we were able to get out there. We get a chest drop, but I think I'm just gonna go straight for this portal. 84k elims. It's tier 2, we still have tier 3. We'll hug this portal. We're gonna get hit really hard. Okay, we teleported there just to not risk it. Because we can get one hit at a certain point. Still getting greens is kind of crazy on the chests. I think the further in the stages you go, the less your luck actually works for pulling items from the chests. So we were getting a lot of golds in that last stage, but now we're gonna get less golds here. 46k per chest is so expensive. See how much gold we're actually getting from different lamps around the stage. Size really helps us. Pick up range is nice, but we do have the sucky magnet, so it's kind of a useless thing to get now. So really it's really important to get every single boss curse run, so just go around the map, especially if you've got a lot of jumps. Another chunk plate. I'll go around the map and find every single boss curse shrine that you can right away. The more of those you get, especially if you do a lot of damage, result in an additional chest from the bosses that'll spawn. Okay, so we got a second one here. And the later you get those, if you miss that first boss wave, then you get one less chest for every single one less that you get. So I'm just going around the map here. Grab this chest. Actually, we'll just come back around to it. I'm sure we'll be back in the area. Okay, so the boss is spawned. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get this last one. Last boss curse shrine, but there will be another boss stage. That spawns that are, I think, like 3 minutes. 3 minutes, 30 seconds maybe. I think 3:30 will be the boss stage. Projectile count increase by 2, that's okay. The more projectiles we have, the better, because at every single spawn we want pretty much blood magic to be able to hit every single enemy on every spawn. See, we're actually not pulling the greatest items here, which I don't mind. It's not a bad thing to get lower rarity, especially since we pretty much got every single gold item. Here, nothing is too crazy good other than maybe max HP. That'll work with the chalk plate to give us that 75% increased health. So chalk plate pretty much multiplies the additional HP that we do get. More difficulty adjustments. We'll fight this bush. We definitely have more than enough damage. We can pretty much stay in the sky the entire time. So curse grabbies are really good, especially if you're going for elimination runs. Got the swarm coming with like a stonks. For that, Joe's dagger is great. Power gloves really good. So chance to knock away enemies, which is nice if you're getting kind of swarmed and you get trapped in a corner by the final swarm. Size increase here is really good. Projectile increase is also really good. Took the projectiles because it was higher rarity, but I think size would have maybe been a better choice. Nice, another revive. Okay, we could buy another chest here. Ice cube, nice, that's a unique. It's also really good for the final swarm. So here we'll definitely be able to get every single vase, boss, you know, from around the map. So definitely when going to get all the different shrines, just pretty much make sure on the way you're clearing every single one of those, because you're just gonna have to go back and get them later on. Size increase here is great. Pretty much all the explosions will benefit from that. So we'll grab another Joe's dagger since we're utilizing the executioner weapon. Difficulty adjustment. Another revive, nice. Having at least 2 revives can definitely help and save you here. On the final swarms, since we made it to around like what, 10 minutes on that last one, the Joe's dagger. I think minimum 2 revives will definitely help. I've had it to the point where I did have 2 revives, and the first revive didn't give me enough time to actually make it back to the boss portal, and I had that second revive activate. Which, if I didn't have that second one, I would have lost the entire run. Another ice cube, nice. More chances to freeze enemies. Really nice for those big elites that start pretty much hugging you, and can be kind of difficult to eliminate with the executions. Armor is good. It prevents enemies from hitting you too much. Getting a good amount of gold here. Difficulty increase. That's a really good pull. Okay, power gloves. So pretty much now what we really want is a second lamp. That'll pretty much almost mean double the chances on every single gold item. And I guess not just gold items, but even like the Grandma's Secret Tonic. Double chance to explode, and this, instead of 25% chance, it's a 50% chance. If we get a whole nother proc on hits with the lamp, that would be really good. Another Joe's Dagger. The more Joe's Daggers we have, since we're utilizing the Executioner, the more damage we'll be able to build up. There's a cap per Joe's Dagger, per floor, per stage, I think. Or tier, I guess. What it's called. We got another revive. I think it's 200% per floor, per stage, per Joe's dagger. So we have, what is it, 5 Joe's daggers now. So that would be 2x per Joe's dagger. So we get pretty much 10x damage possible on this floor, and then 10x on the next one. Got another chest drop there. A couple chest drops. So we did leave those earlier. Said we'll come back around for them. Chunk plate is good. Difficulty adjustment here. Take that. Make sure we're grabbing all the vases. Nice, another lamp. Okay, soul harvester. Okay, so we banished that soul harvester. We don't want to see it anymore. I'll take anything else. Soul harvester is nice, but you can see like right now they're just kind of hugging me. They're really not doing too much. They're okay for the final swarm when the enemies start hugging you, and they'll start actually doing a little bit more damage. But I think increasing our damage in general, the Executioner getting us more revives, more health to survive, and all the other golds is probably a little bit better. Bloody Cleaver is really good. Okay, we got 2 more shrines here. Getting close to affording another chest. Power up drop chance evasion, I think, is a little bit better. It'll help us evade the hits from those big enemies that will swarm around us. The final swarm and ghosts, I mean. Shield or max HP here. Power up multiplier. I think we have more than enough of from the different chaos tomes. Okay, we can afford another chest now. Slurp gloves, nice. Those are good. I don't really know what the stacking on those is because it says they only activate per 9 seconds. So is it every single one of those has a chance to activate per 9 seconds? Or like if one activates, does that only start the 9 seconds on the one and then the next one can activate within the 9 seconds? I'm not too sure how that works. Not too much clarity on a lot of how the items work. I wish the developer kind of gave us more information about the different items. Like they did patch the Executioner. They nerfed it to have a maximum of 200% increase of damage per floor, but like you're not gonna find that anywhere within the game. That was only mentioned in the patch notes, and I'm sure there's a lot of different kind of nuances to different items as well. So we're at this final swarm. You can see we actually do have enough quantity to eliminate all the enemies at once as soon as they are spawning. Attack speed is good. So all the different explosions And the quantities obviously are eliminating all the enemies as soon as they spawn, which is really good for the eliminations. We do kind of want to stay near the floor so that we're eliminating enemies as soon as they spawn. As soon as we get pretty much off the floor a little bit too high, they have to chase us. Okay, we're at that 1 minute mark. Got a free chest here as well. Difficulty increase, sweet. It's pretty much the main thing we really want now from the shrines is difficulty increases. It might have likely been our last shrine though. Got a spicy meatball. So we haven't maxed our items yet. But as I mentioned, I think every single tier you do get lower tier loot based on your luck. So especially on that boss swarm wave, all the chests that those enemies drop, you'll definitely tend to get a lot more greens and blues. Okay, I'm not finding many more lamps. Nice, we got a stonks here. It's giving us quite a bit more gold. Stonks is really good. There's another one there on the floor. Just waiting for the stonks to be over to grab that. Pretty much grabbing eliminations and now waiting for possible chest drops from the elites. There we go, we got a free chest drop. Credit card red, it's really good. Oh, we're getting so much gold from that. Yeah, I guess we'll grab this one as well. $300k gold, wow. Big bonk hammer. We're starting to see quite a few more duplicates. I don't think we actually have anything else gold that we're able to unlock. We've gotten every single gold item now. So it's just going to be duplicates for the golds, but I wouldn't mind filling out the rest of the 28 items with uniques. Power gloves. Good. Okay, that was a unique. Some more blood mark chances. Kind of helps with the cleaver as well. Some more additional things. Our stonks is actually over. Where's the power up? What's the word I'm looking for? The power up, it's not the power up drop chance, but the other one, the power up multiplier. It definitely makes the stonks last so much longer. We should have probably just saved that other stonks that we had on the floor. Each chest we have now is about 225,000. Really expensive, and our gold is really not going up too much. That stonks pretty much was doubling, even tripling our rates of how we're getting gold. Or how much gold we were getting. At about 160k eliminations. Okay, I'm really not finding any more vases. Got a free chest here. Bloody cleaver. Really good. Okay, we'll grab the stonks here. Yeah, we're getting almost triple the amount of gold. It tells you that gold amount that you're getting there at the top, but I think it is multiplied by all the gold adjustment increases that we have. Different golden gloves and different gold increase percentages that we got from shrines in the Chaos Tome. So with that multiplication, it's just, you get so much additional gold with stonks. You can see how fast our gold is actually building up. We are approaching that 6-minute timer. Another chunk plate, 20% more lifesteal, and overheal. I don't really know how the overheals stack with this. I think it's also multiplicative. It's not additive. So if you have 2 of them, it's not 100. And what is that? 150%. It's probably a little bit less, but I could be wrong. I would like some clarification from the developers to kind of include information, maybe like a little information icon over the different items in the item menu. Another revive here. Free chest, nice. The stonks is over though. Joe's dagger, sweet, so be able to build up even more damage. Right now our executioner really isn't doing much because all the enemies are getting eliminated right away, but I'm sure it'll start working a lot more around like the 8 to 9 minute mark when those enemies don't actually get eliminated right away by the blood magic. Let's camp this chest here. Another Joe's dagger, sweet, so got a good amount. I think it's 14x. Now we can get this stage and this tier. Yeah, the Joe's dagger really got nerfed. Before it was really the meta. It had no cap on how much damage it could build up on. We'll just hug this wall here to try to get eliminations with that Joe's dagger, but I'm really not hearing them. You can hear sometimes it's like that dagger noise that goes off for the enemies. Curse Grabby's nice difficulty. Just additional enemies. More Curse Grabby's, well. It's really good to get. Still can get 2 items. I'm assuming that's likely going to be on the next stage because we do see a lot more greens and blues there. We are approaching around 200k eliminations. Alright, we hit that 200k mark. Got a free chest here as well. That was not a good pull. What was I gonna say? I forgot my train of thought here. Okay, 84 times damage currently, which is nothing too crazy. Got thorns there, another free chest. Curse Grabbies again, that's really good. 212k elims, 13. Getting to that 9-minute mark, you can see they're actually approaching us. I think it's more the elites. They need to get hit twice now instead of once. By the blood magic, which is actually allowing our executioner to hit the enemies. That pretty much increases our damage because we have the Joe's dagger, so that is something we do want to see. And the more our executioner works, the more damage will build up. Chests are so expensive, 310k per chest now. Getting a chest drop from these enemies is like spending 310,000 gold right now, so not too bad. That 10-minute mark. We have so many of those revive items that it's really not an issue. We'll jump up and down a little bit because we do have the scarf, which increases our damage. You can see we are starting to get hit. Another chest there. Should be able to get to that. Credit card, that's probably not too good at this point. We will see free chest drops in the next stage as well from all the different final swarm ghosts. Here we're just pretty much trying to survive as long as possible, but we aren't actually eliminating the enemies right away now. I'm sure we'll make it to that 12-minute mark though, where the red ghosts spawn, and those are likely going to be our biggest issue. Nice, we got another chest. Oh, it actually costs quite a bit. 310k gold. It wasn't free, unfortunately, even with 13 keys. Another free chest, nice. Another Joe's dagger, sweet. So even more eliminations. Was it up to 16? Or not eliminations, chance to increase our damage, so up to 16 times for this entire stage maximum. We are getting quite a few eliminations now. You can actually hear the Joe's dagger. Getting all those. We got that shield now, so I'll just hug this wall. Try to get those executions. Okay, this is kind of a bad situation. We got these 12-minute ghosts spawning. Oh, we are gonna have to get out of here. Okay. We need to kind of rebuild our Aegis. But yeah, these guys, pretty much the main way you're going to be able to eliminate them, especially if they're hugging you, is with the executioner. You really need to hit an execution on them to get rid of them. It's probably the only way. Otherwise, you will end up dying. Okay, so you can see we finally activated our first revive. We need to start heading back towards that portal now. Our eliminations really aren't going to be climbing by a lot, so you can see how slowly they're actually going up. So we just teleported out of here. It's really not worth using another revive for that. I one tapped the final boss there. That was super easy. Alright, start this final swarm now. See how long we can last and Really need as many eliminations as possible. Getting any sort of difficulty adjustments would be great from these chests. Oh, we got a gold. Nice chunk plates. That's really good. Pretty much had a really good run. Don't think there's not too much else we could have done to help us out before this. I mean, we would have maybe been able to stay a little bit longer on stage 1. That would have probably resulted in a few thousand more eliminations. The only other thing that could have given us more eliminations would have been additional difficulty, but I think we actually got really lucky with the difficulty pulls. We did get quite a few of those cursed crabbies for the difficulty increases. Yeah, we got obviously every single difficulty adjustment on the maps, and yeah, there's not really much else you can do. The only thing is, I mean, I guess with the Chaos Tome, you can get a little bit luckier. Another chest. That's a weird chest spawn. Blood Cleaver. Nice. 50% chance to apply Blood Mark. I'm really not even sure how that works. When you have multiple of those, I'm sure it just multiplies the amount of damage that you currently do based on the lifesteal. But it'd be cool to get some sort of like clarity on the math on how things work. Okay, we're at level 1333. Another gold power gloves. It's good. Any golds are okay. I'd say the main thing for us now would probably be getting revives. Anything that'll increase our damage by like a crazy amount. Or execution. So the Joe's Dagger actually increases the chance that we perform executions. That's really good. That'll help us eliminate those really big guys. Right now our Joe's Dagger isn't even doing any damage. It's all pretty much just the blood magic. Eliminating all these enemies at once. But eventually down the line, the Executioner will start doing a crazy amount of damage because the blood magic will take like 20, 30, up to 100 different hits to eliminate the big elites, especially on the red phase, and the Executioner has that chance to eliminate them. So pretty much on every elimination, we have 180x damage. Our luck is 4,400. Difficulties at 1,000. A little bit more difficulty would likely definitely help us out quite a bit. Joe's Dagger, nice. But yeah, so the damage you'll see towards the end, the damage will likely be the greatest with the Executioner, just because it's actually able to eliminate those enemies that'll take 100 hits for blood magic or in the Firestaff to actually eliminate. And since the Executioner, it goes through multiple enemies, so it hits multiple ones at once. And it can eliminate or executes enemies pretty much almost every hit, every other hit. Based on the Joe's daggers as well. Which will definitely make its damage climb a crazy amount. So we passed 306k eliminations, getting near that 5-minute mark. We'll definitely be able to get to 12 minutes because we were able to last round. But I don't think there's too many items that we can get that'll help us survive longer than the last round or the last tier. Still haven't filled out all 28 of our items, surprisingly. Maybe I could be wrong about the maximum amount of items that you can have, but I've never seen more than 2 rows filled up, and I typically will fill out 2 rows fully. Maybe it's because we have so much luck that we're not actually getting any uniques, any green uniques, that is. Suerudo. Okay, we're at that final here, the purple ghost. So I'm thinking we'll be able to get to minimum 400, like 30k eliminations. I think at least at this rate that we're eliminating these enemies, we can actually build up our damage a little bit more. We might be able to eliminate enemies like every single tick, or every single spawn that they do spawn a little bit longer, so might keep the eliminations climbing a little bit more. We're getting around 100 per spawn here. Eliminations is going 450, 550, 650, etc. So it's around 100 eliminations per tick, and surprisingly we're not getting too many more chests. Ice cube, nice. Another ice cube. The 10x ice cubes. Nine times chunk plates, 9 times Joe's dagger. So we've got quite a few golds. Almost at that 350k Elan mark. Yeah, well, I think we'll approach 400. We can get past 400 fairly easily, but I don't think we'll actually see 500k. I think we'd need a little bit more difficulty adjustments for that. Seeing these rockets like launch into the sky, but it doesn't look like they're actually attacking anything. It's kind of interesting. I don't see them like coming down at the enemies from the slutty cannon. Their ice cube, that's 11 ice cubes. Almost at that 10-minute mark. Our eliminations are kind of not climbing as fast as I would like. Yeah, and they're actually starting to approach us now. Yeah, our eliminations, I think from now on, are going to start dropping off slowly. Just because they're actually approaching us quite a bit faster. You can see the, what is it called? Those ghosts, forgetting the name of the weapon, but they're actually starting to activate. Got a green credit card, that's not too good. Really don't need luck much at all, which is okay, but it is what it is. 380k elims, very slowly going up. I'm excited for these per character leaderboards to see how people are able to do. Currently the leaderboards just have like a single meta, and it's not necessarily the best because everybody's just trying to go for one character. Currently it's the Noel character that everybody's using. Just got the size increases per level up, and it's pretty good. It freezes the enemies, especially stacks with the ice cube. But once these per character leaderboards come out, it would be really nice to see how much, or like how far people are actually able to go. So there we actually activated those revive. You can see we're actually still eliminating these enemies, mainly with the executioner at this point. At the 12-minute mark, those enemies pretty much almost becoming vulnerable to all other eliminations. Can you hear how many of those dagger noises are going off? That's from all the eliminations, or the executions, I mean, happening on them. From either the Joe's daggers or the executioner. Okay, we'll try to get to that 400k mark. We got actually hit here. A little bit too much. Yeah, these eliminations are dropping off quite a bit. Okay, we had that go off again. The revive. We got 3 more revives. I haven't really seen these guys drop any chests. Sure, it happens, but in my last video I made it to like past 21 minutes in this red swarm. If you're interested in watching that, that is on the channel. Oh, that was with the ninja character. We achieved over 400k eliminations as well. We made it 21 minutes in this red swarm. At a certain point we weren't even getting eliminations. It was just kind of able to survive out of I don't know how the build was able to do it, but it was a lot of combinations of evasion and reflecting damage back, and the Joe's dagger was actually able to eliminate them with the ice cubes as well. That really definitely assisted. And slowing down a bunch of the enemies. Okay, so we do have one more revive that we actually just activated, which isn't too good. So we're approaching around 400k eliminations. Let's say it's pretty much the end of the run now. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like as well if you made it here to the end. Support the channel and let me know that you actually enjoy the Megabonk content. If there's anything else you'd like to see, we made it to 2,300 in the world, 0.9% worldwide. If there's anything else you'd like to see as well, post it in the comments below. Any other games, any other strategies, anything like that. Always open to criticism as well. You can see the big bonk hammer did the most damage, quite a bit. And our highest weapon damage was the Executioner, 8.3 trillion. We had way more damage with the Executioner and the ninja builds that we did in the last video. But you could see that was quite a bit higher up, 8.3 trill with the Executioner. Our next highest was the Firestaff at 109 billion. And then Blood Magic at 106, very close. Aegis about half of that. So those weapons, they don't really activate those executions like the Executioner, which is why their damage is actually quite a bit lower. But yeah, almost 400k eliminations, 67 minutes total time alive, and it's level 1592. But yeah, that's it for the video. If you enjoyed the content and you want to see more from me, subscribe to the channel. That'd be really cool of you. And yeah, thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye.